Coinbase announced their earnings yesterday after the market closed, and really impressive results from the leader in cryptocurrency trading. Coinbase more than doubled their revenue in 2024. That's a pretty astounding accomplishment. My hat's off to them. All the other fundamentals fell in line. Free cash flow is tremendous. The company is incredibly profitable. And the stock has really worked for the past year. Year to date, the stock is up 20%. No big surprise. For the past year, it's up 102%. So, most definitely, Coinbase has outperformed. So, why is this company doing so well? Well, cryptocurrencies are a growing asset class. It's an alternative asset class that year after year becomes more accepted by investors and investors that are small retail investors, which was primarily who was investing in crypto. I would call it 10 years ago. But now institutional players are coming into the picture, and Coinbase is doing a nice job of getting a lot of those institutional investors to use their platform, use their services, and Coinbase is really growing their share of institutional investors in crypto. The company has become a $74 billion market cap company. What an accomplishment. It's really cool to see that. And the revenue is 6.56 billion per year. Forward PE is 48, which is not that crazy. I mean, if a business grows 100% plus in a single year, I mean, what is the valuation? What is the forward PE? We've got stocks like Palantir as an example. It has a forward PE much higher than this, and their growth rate is 30%. Well, geez, at 100%, then it ought to be even better than Palantir, but it's not. It's actually much lower than Palantir or other stocks that are like that. So, very impressive results out of the company. Analysts have a buy rating. A good number of analysts cover this stock. And as one would expect, if a stock goes up 102%, it's really hard to keep moving your price targets up. So, in general, analysts believe that the stock's overpriced by a bit. Can't argue with that. Can't argue with that. Coinbase writes a shareholder letter, and they really get into details of how they're changing their strategy, how their strategy is working. And I appreciate that. I read through it. Very interesting shareholder letter. But I'm not going to go 20 minutes into the shareholder letter. I'm just going to get straight to the financials. And the financials were just so impressive. And again, they grew more than 100% on the top line revenue. The thing I'll point out is when you look at their business, they're really growing their institutional investors. And although you see the fee structures being less revenue per customer, the volumes from institutional investors, when you look at their metrics in the shareholder letter, institutional investors actually represented a higher amount of the volumes of trading into crypto because they're putting in massive orders versus retail investors buying maybe dollar cost averaging like I do. So that made sense. And I'm excited that Coinbase is really catching that institutional investor market. That could really set up long-term relationships and really steady incomes for the future. Their profitability was astounding. They went from net income going from 94 million to 2.5 billion in net income. Just talk about expanding your profitability. Holy smokes. Cash flows also astounding. They went from cash from operations of 922 million in 2023 up to 2.5 billion in 2024. So that basically is almost a triple of the 2023 number. Again, I just look at it and go, wow, that's pretty incredible. The company doesn't really have a CapEx line. They just basically expense anything they have to pay for with regards to technology and so forth. So that is the free cash flow number, 2.5 billion, that I'll use in my valuation of Coinbase. Overall, can they repeat this type of year in 2025? They can. We have an administration that's really supporting the cryptocurrency industry. And if we get a couple rallies in 2025, I think that Coinbase can just keep doing what they're doing. I don't know that they're going to double the revenue line again. that would be that would be super incredible. They're already having an incredible year over year. If they grew 35% this year, that would be phenomenal. And if they grew higher than that, that'd just be incredible. We'll see. I think they're going to have a good year because I think crypto is going to continue to work for the next 4 years. I think the stock is currently fairly priced, just a slight premium that one would pay to buy into Coinbase. The stock has really moved up in price and appreciated really nicely. So all those things make sense. It makes sense that, they're not operating with a huge discount on their stock. They're being rewarded for growing, for being in the right space, for a lot of things happening in the cryptocurrency industry that is going to help them get bigger, stronger, more important, and be more valuable in the future. So for now, it's fairly priced. I have a substantial investment in Coinbase. I'm just going to hold my investment in Coinbase. I'm very optimistic about the company. If the stock were to come down in price, I would buy. If it rallies up, it's going to take a lot for me to sell my Coinbase stock. I think they are in a industry that's going to continue to expand, get bigger, get larger, get more valuable, and I want to be a part of it. I feel that Coinbase is a very good company to own as this space really gets built out, and the building is really going to accelerate over the next 4 years. The cash flows is what makes the value of Coinbase. Their free cash flow generation is really, really incredible. If they can keep that up, they will be one of the most valuable companies out there. And if cryptocurrencies continue to get adopted, especially globally, Coinbase, I believe, can become $1 trillion market cap in the very long term, like over the next 10 years. And that would be awesome. Right now, their market cap is uh, 74 billion. So that would be a really nice move. At this point, think I'm up 180% on my investment of Coinbase. And that's great, but I think there's more upside over the long haul. But for now, I think the stock is fairly priced. I'm going to hold my position. I'm not going to buy or sell any shares. But if the stock price were to come down, I will be a buyer of Coinbase. And I'll be watching and hoping that they just continue to do what they've been doing as a company. That's my video on Coinbase. I hope you found it interesting. I would love to hear your comments on what you think Coinbase is all about, what you think about their stock, what you think about cryptocurrencies, all that good stuff. And I really appreciate you watching the video. Good luck.